an ark, and a tent for God. This is the Desert Box. So many important things happened in the desert that we just have to have a small piece of it here when we tell the stories. The desert is a strange and wild place. At night it is very cold, but in the day it is burning hot. And it is hard to find any food or water. The desert is always changing. As the wind blows, it shapes and molds the desert until it is hard to know where you are. People can get lost in the desert. The desert is a dangerous place. People do not go there unless they have to. When Moses climbed the holy mountain, Mount Sinai, God gave Moses the 10 best ways to live. God also told Moses, "I want the people of God to make me a holy home, a tabernacle. There I will live among them. I will tell you how to make the tabernacle and everything in it." Moses went back to the people and told them just what God had told him. And with God's help, they started making it. First, they made a special box, an ark. They covered it with gold, and on top were 2 golden angels. Inside, they put the 10 best ways to live. God said he would meet them there. This was very precious. They built a small altar to burn incense, sweet-smelling spices. It went in front of the ark. Next, they built a special table of shewbread. It was covered with gold, and every Sabbath day they put 12 loaves of unleavened bread on it. They also made a golden candlestick with 7 burning lights called a menorah. The tent for the tabernacle was made of fine linen with blue, purple, and red. Inside this tent for God was a special veil that divided the inside room from the outside room. They called the inside room the Holy of Holies. That's where they kept the ark. The roof of the tent was made of woven goat's hair. They covered this with red dyed ram's skins. And dugong hides. Outside the tabernacle, they would make sacrifices at the great altar of burnt offerings. Here the people gave the very best of their animals to God. A great bowl of water, called the laver, was placed in front of the tent so that the priest, in his special clothes, could wash his hands and feet before he went inside the tent. Between the table of shewbread and the menorah passed the sweet-smelling incense and the smoke, through the curtain, into the Holy of Holies, to the ark. There he could be close to God. At last all the work was done, just as God had said to do it. It was a special place for God to be with them. cloud of God's presence covered the tabernacle. He stayed with them. Whenever the cloud lifted and moved, the people took down the tabernacle and everything in it. And the ark, with the 10 best ways to live, led the way. Wherever the cloud of God's presence stopped, the people stayed until it moved again. This continued their whole journey until they reached the Promised Land. I wonder how it feels to be told God wants you to build a special place for Him. I wonder what the people were thinking while they worked. I wonder how it feels to come close to something so precious as the ark. I wonder how the priests felt when they went into the Holy of Holies. I wonder how you get ready to be close to God. I wonder how it feels to be so close to God. I wonder where the 10 best ways to live are now. As the people of God journeyed through the desert toward the Promised Land, the ark led the way. But the people of God do not carry the 10 best ways to live in the ark anymore. Today, we can carry the love for God and the love for people in our hearts. You can have the love for God and the love for people in your very own heart.